Now, I want to get to these questions and try to catch up here a little more. I only have about a half hour here. This is from the Sweet Girl, 4949, or 194949, 1949. Interesting. I'm not sure what the lycophagen cream is. I don't know what's in it. This naturopath gave it to you. Put it around your neck to get rid of all the bumps. I can just tell you this. If you have bumps and humps, keep in mind a cream isn't going to do it. That's not what you're trying to do. You can't attack something systemically, topically. Now I say that, and yeah, we can use creams and in inflammation and in trauma and things like this to actually bring healing power to the inside when tissue's damaged. Absolutely. But this having humps and bumps is not tissue damage. It will result in that, but this is the lymph system. And it gets in, backs up all through you, particularly in the subcutaneous tissues of the skin. So you have an epidermis, a dermis, and subcutaneous. And those are the three basic layers of the skin. And so that subcutaneous pushes right through the dermis and epidermis. So this is, the dermis, and you just have to push through there. And when you're moving this through the kidneys, then those humps and bumps go away, because now you're channeling your lymph through the proper channels, and the skin doesn't have to be the main organ of elimination. So the skin is very happy, and then shows you that by becoming nice and soft and smooth and muscular. You feel your muscles and stuff, and the fat leaves. So, but I don't know that cream. You'll have to get me what's in that cream. Is it a progesterone cream? Is, what kind of chemistry is in there? And if it is isolated chemistry, if it's not an herbal cream, then I wouldn't use it. If it's not a food-based cream, not isolates of chemistry, but food-based cream, absolutely. That would only be nutrient to the cells. But again, that wouldn't be really what you'd want to do to attack bumps. Moving your lymph would what you'd want to be moving bumps. And let me suggest that you get to it, because we have so many people with tumors all over your neck, starting from the humps and bumps. So you really want to get that lymph moving there, dear one, and get that lymph, get those kidneys and adrenals filtering, and get that out of you. And that'll be the best way you could do that. And then you'll never have the humps and bumps again. This is Wendy smiling. And Karen Rankin, you start smiling. Sorry about the misunderstanding. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy smiling. The doc that rocks. I appreciate it. We really are just a bunch of humble people trying to get everybody well. That's it. If I'm not digesting fruits, I don't like that one. Whole fruits in the stool. Oh, man. Now, can I still do a grape fast? I would, and I'd super chew. And I would take a pancreatic capsule formula and see if I can't inspire better pancreatic function. If you've been on digestive enzymes for a while, boy, I'd throw those away and really start working on my pancreas, because this is what happens when you're on digestive enzymes too long. So you want to be real careful with that. Get that pancreas healthy again, and move that lymph in the GI tract, things like that. But I would super chew and really digest as much as you can here, similar digestive enzymes that's in the pancreas. So you want to super chew here, that'll help you, and then you can go on the grape fast. Also, that power of that grape, even though half undigested, is going to have a real profound effect on the gut wall and in the pancreas and liver. So it's all going to be good for you. If you're having that much trouble, I'd probably do more juicing, but you still need that fiber. So I like that fruit fiber. And when you're not breaking down the fruit fiber, that's a bit of a problem, Wendy. So really want to handle that. Or should I stick to juices and smoothies? Well, I would try to, super chew. If you super chew, you're going to break that down, and I think that's going to help you out a lot more. And it doesn't make a difference whether I juice or drink smoothies. I'm working on several weaknesses, but not addressing the gut to you today. Well, let me see. Gastroparesis and colonic inertia. Colonic inertia. Well, There is so much more gastroparesis than ever. That's paralysis of the stomach. You don't really, in the earlier years, you never saw a lot of them. And then I started seeing them popping up in here once in a while. And I've never seen a case you couldn't regenerate. I would say this, though, you really want to move lymph. Because, and that's really getting into the adrenal glands, this is the autonomic. Your stomach is the seat of the autonomic nervous system. So I would also use the new brain and nerve formula to inspire more nerve health. At the same time, get those adrenals up where you're getting more neurotransmitters. You're kicking up the kidneys. You're moving that lymph system out of the gut wall, so all that acidosis isn't going to continue to inspire breakdown of the nerve or the suppression of the nerve function. So moving lymph is key in this issue. And of course, you're obviously having all types of digestive issues with that. And that's because it's a systemic problem. It's a systemic problem lymphatically, and it's a systemic problem neurologically. So this is why it's so important to go and address those things. All these other things are really just springboards off of that. The liver and the pancreas. Think of the GI tract as the tree, and the liver and the pancreas as branches of the tree, and then and work that way. But you get yourself out of this gastroparesis and stuff, and you can do that. Had many cases, and you can do that, dear one. Guys want me to add more questions to your exam? I need to review them, make them a little tougher. Some of you guys are getting too smart for your own britches. I'm going to have to make these questions tougher. You guys are kicking butt. I'm reviewing most of these exams, and man, are you guys doing well. I really love you guys. You guys are getting so smart. And knowledge, you're not going to get anywhere. I just really love that. I just talked to a nice lady that's a YouTuber in Virginia. She has also requested that I, like Dan, make you show you a bunch of my favorite books. The problem is I love so many of them. I just have so many books that I love, and I have my personal library at home, and got a lot of books I like there too. It's just so many great books, and then there's so many crappy books. So, oh no, I'm going to make you a list, but we're going to try to have a large amount of these at school. I'm really a fan. When you talk to older people, they tend to go back to the past, and I'm going, oh, I never want to do that. But in reality, some of the older books, you have a lot of knowledge, and these newer books written are a lot like the Cousins books and stuff where, to me, it's just one-sided. There's not enough experience with the fruit and higher detoxification with people who write books that down it. I've always talked to people that have an opinion on things, and their opinion generally is not based upon any facts or experience. And that's not what this site is about. This site is about facts and experience, and what we've seen in clinical research and work for 40 years, and what I've seen other practitioners do through our channel, because we've trained a lot of practitioners over 40 years. I have a lot of medical doctors, I have a lot of chiropractors, we have some naturopaths. Believe it or not, most naturopaths go their own thinking, but I've trained a lot of naturopaths, homeopaths the world over, and these guys that are doing this level are just kicking butt, and they're very, very busy, and that's, people need remedy. They don't need treated, they need remedy, and we're here to show them how to get remedy. And for any problems, and including mental health problems. And I hate to separate that mental health, but remember, your endocrine glands are the connecting link to your emotions and your mind, and all those aspects of how you see yourself, how you interact socially, all of these things. And in my office, all we can really do is hit you from the physical view, where we can reach into those endocrine glands and get them healthy, which then will reach into your etheric bodies. At the same time, I can always keep trying to pull you to yourself, where you become more secure with yourself, more happy with yourself. Not from an egotistical viewpoint, just from the fact that you have consciousness, that you have life, that the beauty of God is everywhere, and you're one of them. You're one of the roses in the garden of life. Each and every one of you, no matter if you're diagnosed with bipolar or schizophrenia, so what? These are just aspects of your bodies and not who you are. So we just do the very best we can, but these are the limitations we have with a person in mental health issues, is getting through the chakras or the endocrine glands, and also trying to open you up spiritually to where you control the consciousness and not your bodies. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Some of these masters that work with us can probably work deeper in your spiritual journeys. Let me see here. This is Reforced for Fertility. Boy, you're on the move there, lady. So it's true we get inundated with crap to the point of yep. The old song by the Police, too much information. Yep, absolutely. The cloaca is the single dual purpose orifice through. Blah 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 blah. You're really honking on here, dear one. Are you male, female? I assume the female, but of course we're the carbon sink of the carbon. Well, but if you ask the medical doctors, we're not carbons. We're not carbones. We're nitrones. Amazing. Thanks for all your input. I really appreciate all your guys' input. I just apologize I can't be real quick with the response. I can only talk to you early in the morning, my days off, and when people don't show. So it's good when people don't show because I get to talk to you guys. Yep, and I love that. Here's Angel Harris, 69. Hi, dear one. Oh, thanks. I love you too, dear one. I tell you what, we've tried not to ever hurt anyone or turn down anyone. Like I said earlier, there are just some people you can only go so far with, and sometimes we have to say goodbye, but thanks so much for giving me. Oh, you got it. I did the high fruits oranges. I know you like them, absolutely. And I got so much nerve healing, I got a bit overwhelmed. Really? Oh, well, that's exciting. I am doing great. Even started a garden to grow my own. Yeah. I thank you so much. I'm glad you like my book. I really wrote that. It took me a while to write that, and I've written a lot of things, and I did mention the practitioner's manual. We haven't had that in copy for a while. My first classes got it. It's a real thick book, and helping all about the herbs and practitioners. So we're working on it, but we're just so busy here. To be quite truthful with you, it's hard. But keep it simple always. Knowledge is interesting, but keep it simple. I'm giving you these books and these materials via video. So I'm giving you every bit of it. I'm trying not to hold anything back from you. I'm trying to give you everything because my goal is to have every one of you, every one of you healers and great healers, and where you can go out and not only, like this lovely one, heal herself of nerve weaknesses and damage to anything. People are suffering and need a remedy, and this planet, by God, we're going to do it. I'm told don't stop, and I'm told stand up to the negative forces always, no matter what I have to go through. So I'm doing it, and I appreciate you all helping me to do this, because